What's good, y'all? What is good? Triple Threat Squad. I'm MJ. It's P. It's Kobe. We back. Been a minute. Christmas Eve. Grind don't stop. What's good, fellas?
What's good,
Man, I ain't never thought we would be back.
man? I could say the same.
Man, I thought I had got fired or something, low key. Fired
No,
on my day off.
A long time.
I got fired on my day off. dog.
It's
that's
a
what
long time coming.
It felt like
It's a
it felt like
long,
it felt
long
like it
time
felt like we was
coming.
going. It felt like we took like one Sunday off, and one turned to 6, nigga.
But last time we was on, I think Josh Allen was like 9 for 30 one game. Now he's from under for MVP.
you hear me, bro.
Hey, bro, last time we was on, the Cowboys literally actually was still in playoff contention. Like I know we was literally in playoff contention until yesterday, but
Happy holidays.
we was actually like still like number 2 in the NFC East last time we was on, dog.
Was the last time we was on with Champ Cheese?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
Hey, all y'all watching right now, we're gonna talk about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, MVP debate. It's gonna be a good John. We're gonna talk about Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys. Should Kobe want his team to bring back Mike McCarthy? And last, but certainly not least, we're gonna talk about Jalen Hurts. And we saw that game; he was out early. Kenny Pickett was in. Saquon wasn't as effective. Don't look at the box score. Watch the game. But first things first, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson MVP. Who you got? P, you got that Ravens.
I'm gonna let Cole take this first. I'm gonna let Cole take this first before I say what I gotta say.
Listen, I still can't go Josh Allen. I don't understand how Lamar Jackson can have historically even better seasons than he's ever had. We've already given him 2 MVPs. Now, listen, I know like it's really starting to turn into like, you know what it's starting to feel like? It's starting to feel like that LeBron thing where like we gave him a couple MVPs early and then like y'all got tired of looking at him do great things. And so y'all was like, I'm done giving him the stuff he deserves. Like, when's the last time we seen LeBron get an award he actually deserved, right? That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying like Lamar Jackson is like LeBron level, like GOAT, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's starting to feel like it's turning into one of those things where, yo, we're going to stop giving him the things he deserves because other people are rising to the occasion. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, Josh Allen has risen to the occasion this year, and he's playing really good ball. He's actually playing better ball than we've seen him play. He's not making as many turnovers. And quite frankly, at the beginning of the season, we was like, all right, bro, like, you know, we didn't know what it was going to look like with this team. A lot of people thought it was going to be a rebuild, and so I understand why, because this team isn't in rebuild mode right now. We want to give Josh Allen an MVP. I get that. Wins are not a quarterback stat, though. That's a team stat. And Lamar Jackson is literally have even better stats than he's ever had. I think the other thing is y'all see Derrick Henry on the field with Lamar Jackson, and y'all think like, oh, yeah, like he got Derrick Henry now. It's not all him. And it's not all him, but it's like, oh, he's literally statistically even better than he's ever been. How is he even better than he's ever been? And y'all like, yeah, bro, nah, like, I'm cool. Let's go hand it to Josh Allen, which is great. He's very valuable for his team, and I get it. But I'm just like, bro, like, how can you see Lamar Jackson play like this? You've already given him 2 MVPs and be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. He doesn't deserve it. That's not cool, bro. I'm still taking Lamar Jackson. That's me.
P, you want to go last?
Yeah, I'll go last. You can go ahead and get your little stuff out.
All right, boom. Like, I remember vividly, we was looking at Josh Allen's schedule. We was looking at the schedule early on. I said, hey, if he beats the Chiefs, if he beats the 49ers, again, this was before the 49ers, well, what we see them now. So I'll give you that. Be objective that way. We're like, all right, if he beats the Lions, beats the Chiefs, does well against other teams.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna stop you and I'm gonna let you go. You actually forgot a few teams that he lost to, including the Ravens, and you told us right then, you said, hey, bro, he beat Lamar, and you seen what happened. He went out there and got dog walked.
I'm glad
I'm just saying, like, you can't, for the sake of argument, you can't take out who you also said he should beat. And you also said at that time that would determine some things, and it didn't go your way. Don't take it out now. Add it back in there. Say he didn't do it, and then come on.
Now, I'm glad that you brought up that game. I'm gonna touch that game before I keep going on. Lamar Jackson outplayed Josh Allen in that game. But Derrick Henry had 200 rushing yards. 200. So I'm looking at what Lamar Jackson's doing. It is historic. He is on pace to have 40 touchdowns, 40 passing touchdowns, not just total, 40 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions. I was at work today. I saw a stat. Only Aaron Rodgers has done that. He did that 3 times, and he won 3 MVPs. I don't think there's any debate that this is the best we've ever seen Lamar Jackson play. And I think it's closer than what the sports books have made it to be. But one guy does have a top 7, top 8 MVP candidate on his team as well. I think you can kind of argue wide receiving core, Bills, Ravens. You can kind of argue. I think Zay Flowers is probably better than whoever's on the Bills. Amari Cooper having a little bit of a down year, a little bit of slow start, whatever. He might pick it up in the playoffs. Rashad Bateman been really good, I believe. 8 touchdowns. Mark Andrews been picking it up. That combo between him and Likely been cooking. On the Bills side, I mean, did we expect Khalil Shakir to do what he's doing? I mean, he cool. I think he would be like the wide receiver 3 on the Eagles or like the Lions or whatever. Like, he's cool. He ain't nothing crazy. James Cook is first in total touchdowns, and he's been good. But we all know it's levels to greatness. It's Derrick Henry that is and Saquon Barkley that are at another tier, and James Cook is at that like second tier quarterback. So I think the advantage of the supporting cast goes to Josh Allen, the Bills. And we got to talk about the narrative. Like the narrative, it always plays into the factor too. And now it's not just the narrative, but it's also the stats. I'll talk about the narrative first. You know that Stephon Diggs left or he got traded. And the narrative was, well, what is Josh Allen going to do with no weapons? Just like how with Patrick Mahomes, it was like, what is he going to do without Tyreek Hill? And we saw this man win an MVP over Jalen Hurts and get to the Super Bowl and win that, John. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but a narrative played into him winning MVP. Let's look at the stats real quick. Josh Allen has 37 total touchdowns, 6 picks, and is first in QBR. His team is first in their division, and they have a 13. How many wins they got, bro? How many wins they got? They got 12 wins, 3 losses. The Ravens, what they got? 10 wins, 5 losses. So Josh Allen got a better QBR. The total touchdowns to interceptions is comparable. Worst supporting cast. And his team got a better record. So I know that Lamar Jackson is having a historic season. Well, you have a guy who's doing less with more. And obviously the narrative goes in his favor. I'm going to do it with Josh. My last point, Josh Allen beat the top 2 teams in the NFL. He beat the Lions. He beat the Chiefs. The Lions and the Chiefs. And was Superman in them games. And then in a loss to the Rams, Cuz had 6 touchdowns. He had 3 passing, 3 rushing, 3 passing, 3 rushing in a loss. So I think after that Lions game, that put him as the front runner And it's close now because I think that Josh Allen had a bad game against the Patriots that they still won. But I still think Josh Allen's in the league.
You done with all that blasphemy you was just spilling, bro. Let's get to I'm gonna just make this real simple for you. As Cope has already brought up, they went head to head. We all know what happened. And now we're talking about, to your whole point is this less with more, less with Lamar Jackson has always done less with more.
And he's won MVP.
He's always done less with more. But when Lamar Jackson was doing less with more, Josh Allen wasn't doing more with more like Lamar Jackson is right now. Josh Allen wasn't having these type of seasons. We're talking about, hey, just be a running back. We're talking about just be a running back. What up, Pops, man? What up, OG? We can't hear you, Colt.
OG. Hey, shout out, Unc, man. Congratulations.
Say what you just said, man.
I peeked my head and he said, who your MVP pick? I said, probably Saquon.
That's what I mean.
I know it's terrible to say. Probably Saquon though. Look, he's probably gonna break that. He's probably gonna break that record. And if he do that, it's unquestionable. That thing ain't been done in years. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's unquestionable. I hate to say it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I see everything. But you being honest. Being honest.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you guys, man.
Merry Christmas.
OG. Back to what I was saying, though.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Like,
he came in here and said that with a Cowboys shirt on.
That was amazing.
And the hat too.
Like,
Pops know what's up.
But let's keep it real, bro. Like, we're talking about a running back who's leading the league in passing yards, apparently, for a running back. He's leading the league in touchdowns. He has the fewest interceptions. He has the highest completion percentage between the two. He has the highest passer rating in the league. He's beating him in every statistical category besides rushing touchdowns and overall record. For a guy that's just supposed to be a running back. And we about to sit here and force Josh Allen into this narrative. Like, why do we do this? Like, even the media, bro. Lamar Jackson throws a pick versus the Steelers. Oh, Minkah Fitzpatrick makes a great play, interception, blah, blah, blah. Josh Allen throws a pick versus the Patriots. Oh, Josh Allen pins the Patriots on the one. Like, what, bro? And then at the end of the game, every other quarterback all day, if they threw a pick, it was up on their graphic. On every sports station, his pick was never shown on any graphic. Like, why are we forcing this right now, bro? Like, do we have to do this for him to, like, be a part of this conversation? Because I don't even think I think it really should be Lamar Jackson and Saquon. To OG's point. I don't even think Josh Allen should really be a part of this conversation. To be
part of the conversation?
He should be third. To me,
a part of the conversation.
Saquon and Lamar should be 1 and 2. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna disrespect Saquon, but
am I wrong? Saquon and Lamar should be 1 and 2. Lamar's doing something for quarterbacks that's unheard of, and Saquon's doing something for running backs that's frankly unheard of. Meanwhile, Josh Allen is 12 and 3.
With a good QBR.
What a good QB. Like, what are we talking about?
The best QBR in the league.
And that
37. I mean, we're talking about a guy. Wait, Lamar got like 40 touchdowns.
But the QBR fluctuates every other game. It's not like
he's been like top 1 in QBR like all season.
No, he hasn't. Lamar Jackson has. Actually, do your numbers. Do your stats.
It's been like 1-2. He's been.
And like I said, it fluctuates every game. So he hasn't even really took that over outstanding. So let's stop, bro. We're trying to force this narrative for no reason, bro.
Nobody trying to force the narrative. And you started off talking about some, well, in the past, Lamar Jackson has done less with more. We're not talking about 2020. Lamar earned him in 2020. He earned, in 2019. He earned it last year. But he ain't had no gaudy.
He's earning it now.
Like if he earned it then,
he's earning it now.
It's the context matters with different situations. In those situations, he was really carrying a team that didn't have a guy like Derrick Henry on the squad.
Carrying his team now.
So the first time he gets some help,
we're acting like Derrick Henry came in and it's been all Derrick. No, that's not the case. Derrick's had a great year. He's benefited from being beside Lamar. But Lamar Jackson is taking what he's done in previous years and up the scale.
And I would even submit to you that a lot of Derrick Henry's greatness has come in the fourth quarter when, quite frankly, like they would like it's
Derrick
about
Henry has put him away.
Yeah, like Lamar been doing the heavy lifting.
Let's be real, bro.
Lamar be doing the heavy lifting, and they be like, "All right, Derrick, go ahead."
We never thought we would see a season where we come in. Oh, Lamar Jackson has more passing yards than Josh Allen, more passing touchdowns than Josh Allen, a higher completion percentage than Josh Allen. Completion percentage might have been the only one. Yet he has all three, and a higher passer rating, and more rushing yards. And the only reason he don't got more rushing touchdowns is because he has Derrick Henry. Let's just call that spade a spade. That's the only reason he doesn't have more rushing touchdowns, because he would. So, like, let's stop.
Which goes to the Saquon conversation. Because the only reason Saquon probably not in this conversation, he probably needs some more touchdowns to be in this conversation.
Because of Jalen Hurts.
And it's a team choice. Lamar don't have more rushing touchdowns because he has Derrick Henry. Saquon don't have more rushing touchdowns because of Jalen Hurts.
I won't even say
it's a team choice.
Push.
It's both ways. I made a tweet and I was like, it's not a coincidence that you got two dual threat quarterbacks and their running backs are leading the league in rushing yards with Saquon and Derrick Henry, for sure. So not only do Saquon and Derrick Henry benefit off Jalen and Lamar's ability to run, Lamar and Jalen benefit off they got running backs in the backfield that can take that pressure off them, for sure.
Bro, but go and look at it. Lamar not even running like he
still has 700 plus rushing yards.
Like that's the thing. Like this is a down year for him in terms of running, bro. It's a down year. Like he's not even taking off for real
year, and he still has over 700 plus rushing yards, bro. Like, let's be real. And we saw the head-to-head.
That's cool.
The head-to-head was clear. It wasn't even close.
The head-to-head, but the MVP of that game.
At that time, everybody was, the Ravens defense ain't Josh Allen's supposed to
any game that the Bills have lost, the other running back was the star of that game. Their run defense is just horrible.
But I'm saying though, at that time, our pass defense was the worst in the league. And he was supposed to come in and just throw all over the field versus us, and came in and did absolutely nothing.
It's bad, but y'all run defense is top 2 at worst. I get y'all defense. Like, y'all defense isn't what it was last season.
At that point in the season, we were literally 31st in defense. The only thing that we were top 10 in was opposing rushing yards. Was our rushing yards defense? That was the only thing. Everything else was terrible. They just had 40. You said it. 41, 37, 36 versus the Cardinals and all them. You know, you Kyler Murray, new fan or whatever. Ooh. They were supposed to come in and
cool off him.
They were supposed to come in and tear us apart. And then he come in and only give us 10 points and I think 136 yards total. Come on, bro. Let's stop, bro.
My last point on it is
let's stop.
When y'all lose, though,
it's not because of Lamar.
I ain't saying it's because of Lamar. I'm saying though, when y'all lose, what is the conversation? Give Derrick Henry the ball more. Against the Steelers, y'all lost, and your defense that you've been saying is terrible didn't give up a touchdown. But what was the conversation though?
How many games
Derrick Henry had 13 carries. Hold up. Derrick Henry had 13 carries for 65 yards. And what was the talk? Why isn't John Harbaugh giving the ball to Derrick Henry more? Well, guess what? In part 2 against the Steelers, this man Derrick Henry has $160, and y'all blowed him out. So I think y'all key to success.
That's a bad point, and I'm about to tell you why. Because Derrick Henry spoke to this after the second game, and they asked him, "Why did you have success today and not the first time against the Steelers?" He said, "Because today in this game early, guys did their job. People actually blocked today. Receivers, linemen, fullbacks. In the first game early, we weren't blocking, so I couldn't do anything."
He had like 5 yards of carry. They just didn't give him enough carries.
Bro, they weren't blocking, bro.
Bro, he had
the reason why we lost. The reason why we lost to the Steelers. The reason why we lost every game this season is because of Justin Tucker. Every game we lost this season.
I ain't trying to hear that, bro, because Jake Elliott ain't been that good, and the Eagles still been winning. I ain't trying to hear that
about Jake Elliott, bro.
Get them touchdowns.
About Jake Elliott. It's fact of the matter. Every point margin that we've lost by this season has come to Justin Tucker missing field goals. It hasn't been because of Lamar. It hasn't been because of Derrick.
So why are y'all settling for field goals then? Because against my Eagles, see a guy in Jalen Hurts that
kicker ever.
Touchdowns when it actually matters.
He's a great kicker ever. You fall on that nail every time. He's the greatest kicker ever. You fall on that. That's cool.
But you don't purposely kick a field goal. The goal is to kick a touchdown.
You trust your guy. That's something we do.
No, you are not going in a drive saying we're gonna kick a field goal unless it's like the end of the game and clock is winding down, bro.
You're trying to
score a touchdown.
I'm not saying you go into the drive, you're kicking a field goal, but when that becomes a situation, you trust your guy. When we have a kicker that we know can kick plus 60, you trust your guy. Because any other year before this, when he was kicking plus 60, it was, he breaking this record. He knocking it down. That's automatic. You trust your guy. This just been his year to have an off year, and we good with that.
I'm just saying, Jake Elliott has had an off year.
So nobody's talking about Jake Elliott, bro. He's not important in this.
He's a kicker. He's a championship kicker.
He's not Justin Tucker. He's not important in this conversation, bro.
He's a championship kicker. What are we talking about?
In this conversation, so is Justin Tucker. He's not important in this conversation, bro. We've lost because Justin Tucker has missed field goals, up to 22 points worth of field goals, and that's literally how many points we've lost by this entire season. He's missed 22 points worth of field goals. We've lost by 22 total points in all 5 of our games.
That's such a flawed argument, but
it ain't because Lamar. Lamar Jackson's the MVP. It ain't Josh Allen. And if it ain't Lamar Jackson, give the trophy to Saquon.
Cool. Y'all can say Lamar. I think it's close. I get Lamar. I get Josh. He's not in the conversation.
I ain't gonna go as far as say it ain't close, but it is Lamar. It's Lamar.
That's fine.
But why is it close?
This man has 12 wins.
He's playing really good football.
Miles, that's a team. That's a team thing. He's not winning games by himself. That's a team thing.
Lamar ain't winning games by himself. What are we talking about? Nobody doing it by himself.
We ain't brought up wins.
I haven't brought up wins at all. I have not said anything about a game we've won, period. You're bringing up wins because that's the only argument you have for Josh Allen. You don't have another one. You don't have another one outside of wins.
Y'all's biggest argument is that we thought that they was going to be rebuilding this year, and they're not. And instead, they're not. That's the biggest argument for this.
You don't have nothing else besides wins to prove that he should be the MVP.
Wins factor in to the MVP discussion. Otherwise, it will be Joe Burrow who clears everybody in his stats. But he's not making the playoffs. And so what happens? He's not going to win MVP. If the Bengals are making the playoffs, Joe Burrow is the MVP.
And you know what person he doesn't clear in stats? Lamar Jackson. He don't clear Lamar Jackson in stats. He cleared Josh Allen, though. He do clear Josh Allen in stats. He don't clear Lamar Jackson in stats. So that's a flawed take. That's a flawed argument there, buddy.
I don't believe that Joe Burrow in the conversation, but you have to factor in record in the MVP. Otherwise, at the very least, Joe Burrow would be top 2.
If you want to factor it in, okay. But that's your whole argument. That's your mainstay in his argument.
With more. He's doing less. That's the argument. He's doing less with more, bro. And we have seen throughout the history of the NFL, Lamar Jackson has won MVPs off of him doing less he's done more with less.
Right,
And
but
we have
in
seen
those
Patrick
seasons,
Mahomes do more with less. So that's what it is.
but I'm
That's what
saying
it is.
in those seasons where Lamar was doing more with less, none of these guys were doing what Lamar's doing with what he has now. When those guys had their weapons and had their stuff, they wasn't doing what Lamar's doing now. And again, we're talking about a guy who is just supposed to be a running back. We never sat up here and say Lamar's going to lead the league in every passing category. Nobody said that ever. Nobody ever thought that would be the case ever. And then he did what? Show up and do it? And we're going to sit here and talk about a guy whose whole main argument is he's winning 12 games? How many other teams in the league got 12 wins with good quarterbacks?
Come on, yo. Come on, yo.
You just named three.
Come on, yo. Now you being nasty. Now you being nasty.
I'm just saying you just named three in one division. You just named three in one division. They got three quarterbacks over there with the same amount of wins.
They not doing what is
they winning games. That's what Josh Allen doing. Josh Allen winning games. He winning games. That's your whole argument that you winning games.
We gotta move.
All right, so Cowboys 7-8. They upset the Bucks, which I love because I do not want to see the Bucks in the playoffs. I don't know if we'll match up against them, but I'd rather them just not be in the picture at all. Kobe, I know early in the season you was critical of Mike McCarthy and some of his questionable play calls. You wasn't?
No, yeah, I was. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'll give you the floor. Like, do you feel like Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones should bring back Mike McCarthy? Did he earn his job back?
Bro, I don't think Mike McCarthy himself ever lost the job. That's the thing. I can be critical of somebody and still not think that, like, this isn't their fault. Like, I can be critical of, like, what they've done with what they've been given and, like, not think that this whole thing is their fault. Like, I'm critical of Mike McCarthy at times because, like, bro, sometimes I just feel like he got Dak doing too much. Like, if you're watching the offense that Cooper Rush is running right now, like, why can't Dak run some of that? You know what I'm saying? And we get it. Dak's quarterback IQ is through the roof. But if you just watch what's happening at the line of scrimmage, bro, it's not a lot of quarterbacks that have to do what Dak does. Dak is literally like, it's ridiculous. It's insane. Like, when you watch a Cowboys game, how many calls do you see Dak Prescott make at the line? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And everybody's always like, "Oh my gosh, why does Cooper Rush get to play so good when he comes in, he's playing so good." Bro, he's getting the ball out the second fastest in the league, only less than Tua. Like, if you're getting the ball out that fast and you know you have a bad offensive line, like when's the last time y'all heard somebody say Terrence Steele's name? Terrence Steele, like, we was talking about Terrence Steele as being possibly one of the worst right tackles in the league. And you haven't heard nobody say Terrence Steele's name since Cooper Rush got here. Now what? Now all of a sudden Terrence Steele can block? No, Terrence Steele didn't learn how to block. We just run a different style of offense when Cooper Rush gets here. And so things look different. Cool. Bro, I'm critical of Mike McCarthy as a play caller at times. I think he's a decent offensive coordinator. Do I think he should be calling the plays all the time? Probably not. I think we could bring in a better offensive coordinator. I don't even know who our offensive coordinator is because he doesn't call the plays. He just sits in the office during the week and helps Mike McCarthy come up with a scheme. I don't even know who our offensive coordinator is. It's Mike McCarthy. But yeah, bringing back Mike McCarthy isn't like, that's not like the worst thing in the world. Like, I believe everybody should be able to do what they, you know what I'm saying, what they've been set out to do if they get the right things. Like, oh, people want to fire Mike McCarthy this year, and it's like, what did Mike McCarthy do this year to deserve to be fired? Did Mike McCarthy not sign anybody in free agency? Does Mike McCarthy go and draft a left tackle in the first round? Does Mike McCarthy not draft a wide receiver until the seventh round, knowing we don't have one behind CeeDee Lamb? Does Mike McCarthy make all of those decisions? No, we know who makes those decisions. Somebody need to go and lock his old ass in a closet and you know what I'm saying, make something happen, and then bring him out when it's time to play the first game. Bring him out when it's time to play the first game. You know what I'm saying? We can bring him back. He can talk. He can talk to the media. He can do all of the things. But while it's time to make decisions in the offseason, somebody need to lock him up, bro. They need to go lock him up. They need to go lock him up, spend all of the money, make all of the calls, do what needs to be done, and then we can bring him back for the Cowboys experience and in the media and all of the things.
All right, Kelly.
No, I mean, like, I hear you. Like, I mean,
also Mike Zimmer. Bring Mike Zimmer. Like I don't think Mike Zimmer is that bad. I think Mike still got it. I think it took that Cowboys offense. The difference in Mike Zimmer's defense and Dan Quinn's defense is night and day. I think it took so long. I think it took way too long for them to learn Mike Zimmer's defense. But now that they've learned it, I think that defense is flying around again. And now that we've learned it and we've gotten a little bit healthier, that defense is flying around again, bro. Like, that defense is flying around like it has. And it's only been like 3-4 games. But that defense has been flying around like it has for the past couple years. And everybody at the beginning of the season was like, yo, why did we let Dan Quinn go? Now that defense back to flying around and everybody like, oh, Mike Zimmer's still good. Mike Zimmer's still a good coach. I think we was too quick to say, oh, Mike Zimmer don't still got it. His old ass need to go. Like, nah, bro. Like, it just took them a minute to learn that defense. It's still going to take a second because Mike Zimmer still doesn't have his pieces. He's still running with – everybody knows Dan Quinn loved to go small and fast. Dan Quinn loved, like, safeties at linebackers, small cornerbacks. Mike Zimmer loves, Trayvon Diggs size quarterbacks, like that, or cornerbacks. I mean, that's Mike Zimmer. He loves good linebackers, like old school linebacker play. He's still trying to put all of that together because he's still working with the remnants of what Dan Quinn had. So I think both of those coaches deserve to come back if they so please. And I don't think nobody should bat an eye at it. I think as long as we get the right pieces and put the right pieces in place, like, how could you be mad at Mike McCarthy coming back or Mike Zimmer coming back if you seeing what they can do, doing with less right now?
I mean, I agree. In terms of, I'll bring back my guy. He was Eagles fan. Bring back Mike at all costs. But like, it's two parts of it, right? Like, just me being objective, like, and just seeing it for what it is. Like, Mike McCarthy should get his job back, given the hand he was dealt and the circumstances that Jerry Jones put him under to win 7 games. And with 2 games left, could potentially either be 500 this season. Well, I guess you couldn't be 500, but at least potentially be over 500 if you beat the Eagles, beat I don't know who else y'all played last game.
Redskins.
So the Cow Commanders, whatever, Redskins. And so
Commanders.
And so I think he's done a phenomenal job. Part of me also is like, I would like him to come back because it's other head coaches available. Like if it's like a Ben Johnson or a Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel's not available. Mike Vrabel's not available.
Ohio State.
He's spoken for.
Ohio State.
He not available.
Man, Ohio State.
Available, big dog.
Yeah, he not available. I'm not.
He's
that's
Ohio State.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just see like a situation where, all right, like Mike McCarthy has done a really good job. These guys competing. They didn't lay down and be like, well, Mike is out. Well, Overshawn, he's out. Trayvon Diggs, he's out. Like, we just gonna lay over, and die, whatever. But so I gotta give him credit. And ultimately, it's like when you look at Mike McCarthy amongst all, he's not that like tier 1 Andy Reid, Sean McVay, Kevin O'Connell, like that type of coach or whatever. Like, he's not that. But in terms of like the B plus coaches, you can make an argument that he would do the same exact thing that Nick Sirianni has done. He's just in a bad organization with a bad GM. You can make that argument. So I think that just given what he's dealt, like, yeah, I think they should bring him back. But part of me is like, bring him back because I know there's still a cap. There's still a cap on what they can do. Like,
I don't think that's his fault though. And I think to your point, yeah, there's a lot of head coaches available, bro. I don't know 3 guys in the league that I would trust to come and run the Cowboys.
Do you guys think Mike McCarthy is better than Zach Taylor?
Probably.
Yeah.
This is my thing. I don't think there's not like 4 or 5 guys in the league that I trust to run the Cowboys. And it's not 3 of the open market coaches right now that I trust to come and run the Cowboys either. I think it takes a different type of person to be able to come and like stand in Dallas and like be the head coach of the Cowboys, dog. And I think Mike McCarthy is from that old, like, is cut from that older cloth where like he was in Green Bay. He didn't learn some things. He's had like one of those quarterbacks before. He's had Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. Like, I think he's cut from that old school. Like he know a little bit of something. I don't think those guys that are on the open market, all of them like 35, bro. None of them want nothing to do with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, bro. That's like it's not a thing. That's not a real thing. I don't believe in that. So I partially believe like, yeah, he deserves to keep his job. I just also, a lot of me believes that like a lot of those guys that are on the open market that everybody thinks is so like, oh my God, their play style is so pretty, and like the Ben Johnsons of the world. Like, he want how much to come and coach the Cowboys? First of all, Jerry would never give him that. Second of all, like, I don't think he could deal with Jerry Jones. I don't know if anybody that can really, I don't know a lot of those guys that can really deal with Jerry Jones. Like, if you said Andy Reid was on the open market, I think he's one of those coaches that can deal with like Jerry Jones and like kind of combat and sit in the conversation, sit in that room. Those young coaches that's all like 36, that's new and popping, and they offense is flashy and whatever.
Yeah,
They like,
out on
Jim
Harbaugh.
Just bringing him back. Like, do y'all expect to win? Like, do y'all want to win playoff games or like?
Bro, I think you have to look at it like the best of a situation. If we don't bring him back, bro, I'm scared who Jerry Jones might go get. Like, y'all ever thought about what Jerry Jones might do if Mike McCarthy wasn't coming back? You ever thought about that? I promise you, he's not about to go and get Jerry Jones is not about to go and get one of them flashy, like new, like you young, like dudes that everybody loves so much. He's not doing that. We're gonna bring like Bill Belichick back or something like that, or would have tried to, but Bill Belichick going to UNC. So now that Bill Belichick is going to UNC, who's Jerry Jones bringing back? There's no way you think he's about to pay Ben Johnson. There's no way you think he's about to go and get one of these other guys.
I don't know. I would like, personally, I would like to see the Cowboys be successful. Like I really, like, in my lifetime, I'm gonna be honest, in my lifetime, and I know, Miles, you as an Eagles fan, you don't want to see it. But I said the same thing to my pops when the Bengals had their little Super Bowl run. Like, I was actually happy to see like one of those type of franchises.
It's good for football.
Huh?
It's good for football.
Yeah, I was happy to see one of those type of franchises that ain't really been there in a while or done too much, like, actually get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was good. Like, even when Philly went and won, like, that was good to see, because it was like, man, like, I hadn't seen Philly be really like OD since McNabb and T.O. and Vic they had their little seat. Like, it had been a minute. So, like, to see the Cowboys break through, win a playoff game, at least win a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Get to an NFC championship or something. That'd be nice to see just on the eyes, bro. Give us something to be excited about just a little bit, to really have, good dialogue about it. Because right now we talk about the Cowboys just because the Cowboys. Like, it ain't really because they got good football. We talk about just because they the Cowboys. But, like, if we were able to go into a conversation and be like, you know what, man, Dallas, bro, they was a field goal away from going to the Super Bowl last year. That's actually be good conversation. So I like to see that.
Yeah, it's a lot of issues more than the coach.
A lot.
I mean, why would you? That's
another thing. Why would you bring one of them? Why would you bring one of them young coaches to fix that? Like, they don't know how to fix nothing. They don't know how to fix nothing.
Now, I don't think.
I mean,
y'all need like a culture. Y'all need a culture reset, like Ben Johnson, like, similarly to like
I'm saying, that's
like Ben Johnson being in Chicago. It sound good. They got a whole lot of culture problems. Like I don't know,
He just his youngest. His quarterback, dog. Like that don't sound good to me. That don't sound good to me.
That could be lightning in a bottle. That could be lightning in a bottle. Like that could be. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed, but also on the flip side of it, you go get one of these coaches who is a vet and stuck in their ways, and it don't mix. That's just as bad as getting a young guy that don't know. You go get one of these old coaches that stuck in their ways and it don't work with Jerry. You just wasting time like you doing now.
But Jerry not gonna give up that power. Like he would never sign Belichick, bro. He would not sign Belichick.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a waste of going to get a guy like that.
No.
Going to get an Andy Reid.
He would have signed Belichick. Jerry Jones is willing to sign a higher power at the expense of himself if they are a proven commodity. There's a reason we had all of those coaches back in the day when we was winning championships. Those good coaches, they was proven. He's cool sacrificing something if
why ain't get Jim Harbaugh? He could have got Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh, if he gave him the bag.
I don't think he wanted to coach out of college. I'm not gonna lie. And
Harbaugh, come on.
The coaches that he hired back in the day came out of college.
That was a different time. There was a different time. The games were much closer at that time. The games were much closer.
But that's what you said you wanted, though.
Huh?
That's what you just said you wanted. And you see what Harbaugh doing with the Chargers.
Wait, I just said I wanted what?
You said you want him back in the day to go get one of those proven coaches. And one of those proven coaches with that old school style, that old school feel that's been to a Super Bowl, that's done at the NFL level.
I would have liked to see it. I'm not saying I wouldn't have liked to see it happen, man. I would have loved to see it happen.
So I'm saying though, that to your point of that's what Jerry would do to a higher power. That's cap.
I think if it was Bill Belichick, though, like I think he would.
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. The difference is,
I think he would. I don't think he would Andy Reid. I don't think he would none of them.
No, you do.
I don't think he would none of them.
I don't think he does either. But like, obviously, I don't. I for damn sure don't think he's giving it up to a 33-year-old head coach, bro.
You might as well get your pops, bro. Your pops to get y'all to a playoff win. Tell him go hire your pops. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Miles, you want to come down just for a season, help him get right?
I would. I'm a double agent. I just sabotage. I'm a double agent. I'd have Dak run QB draws, getting knocked out.
That's
an asshole.
Somebody said, who should the Cowboys draft with the first pick? What they pick?
Bro, I don't know because I don't know where we're gonna be picking it.
They keep winning. They better be like 13th, 14th.
We already at like 13 right now. We was at 12. I think we at like 13 right now. This is the problem, bro. And I'm not saying I've never had a loser's mentality and been like, yo, just tank. But like, it was some guys at the top of that draft class. Now, obviously, with the amount of teams that are 3-11 this year, I don't think we would have been in that top range of picks.
Could have been.
Damn, this is a lot of wins to have now. Like now we at 7. Like,
I feel like whatever team that's not a true Super Bowl contender, Cowboys are included in that. They need to find a way to go get them boys from Colorado, bro. If I'm a team at the bottom of the draft, at the top of the draft, bottom of the league, you don't really have nothing on your roster that's you automatic stay. Like Cleveland, all right, you can't touch Myles Garrett. Everybody else, bro, slide. Giants, slide. If you can find, because the Giants, all right, you don't give up Malik Neighbors, but you give up whatever else is on that roster to go get both of them.
It's a dream.
The Raiders, I'm giving up everything. If your name ain't Brock Bowers, you can go.
Bro, but that's
who else they got besides him? Max Crosby. I guess Max Crosby.
Like when you say these things, like think of what you're actually saying. Like
what?
If you Oakland, who are you giving up?
I'm giving up Max Crosby.
No.
Nobody's taking.
And wait, hold on. Who that running back they just got?
Bro.
What?
Madison?
Come on, bro.
Nah, they got another one.
Nobody's taking
any of those guys, bro.
Nobody's taking Max.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm giving up Max and whatever other picks we got. That's not important right now.
Nah.
Yeah, no. I don't think
they get fired.
For what?
Right there.
You getting people in the seats.
Nah, bro.
You gonna have money coming in. Both of them, you gonna have bread coming in.
Bro, there's
I
no
don't care. I don't care.
there's no sense of urgency in Vegas, doggy. They're gonna have money coming in regardless.
I wasn't just saying for the Raiders. I'm just talking about for any of them teams.
I'm just saying it's the same thing as the Cowboys. You gonna have money coming in regardless. There's no sense of urgency.
I ain't gonna lie. Dallas, them two in Dallas would be crazy.
Man.
Yeah, that would be OD.
You give up everything besides CD, Micah.
You have to give up CD and Micah to get them to.
Yeah.
You can give up Diggs.
Hell nah.
You can give
Hell
up
nah.
Hey, hold on. You give up Diggs and Dak. Give up Diggs and Dak. You getting them two for sure. For sure. Facts. You give up Diggs and Dak.
Give up two players that haven't played this season.
Yeah, they can go. Bye.
Give up two players that haven't played it. No, I'm not saying like give up two players that haven't played this season. I'm saying try to trade two players that haven't played this season for two rookies.
They proven. Them two is proven guys. One led the league in picks. The other one, we know what he do at quarterback. He can be top 5 any given day.
No. That's as realistic as Micah going to your team.
That's actually a lot more realistic. Micah coming to Baltimore is actually a lot more realistic.
You want me to tell you the truth?
He wants to be the
truth. That's not realistic at all. You want to know where Micah would go if he left?
And you know exactly.
I think he coming to Philly or Baltimore. Personally.
I was about to say, I hate to say where he's gonna go if he leaves here. It ain't Baltimore though. It's real close. It's right up the road.
I think it would be one of them too. I think Philly because we all know that he gaslight Philly any chance he get. But I think Baltimore because he could prove that he's better than the other two guys that they try to say is better than him, and he get to play him twice a year.
It's interesting.
He get to play him twice a year, and he get to show up. And oh my gosh, him, Roquan, Kyle, him. Ooh, that'd be nice to see every Sunday.
It sounds good. Yeah, it's not happening. He's going to Philly if you leave.
He's not staying in Dallas though. That's all I know.
What?
He ain't staying in Dallas. He getting up out of there, bro. He tired of losing, bro.
Tripping.
He's tired of
take care of him. He's not leaving.
Hey, last John. Make this John a little bit short, but the Eagles, they lost to the Commanders. 36-33. Jaden Daniels, 5 touchdowns, 80+ rushing yards, game-winning touchdown drive. That's only happened one other time. 2015 Cam Newton. But I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. He was out with a concussion. I still don't know. I'm checking my phone, the updates on his status. But I think this game showed just how valuable my man Jalen Hurts is. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about if you plug in anybody in this offense, that they would do the exact same thing. And we've seen a guy that I've said before, hey, Malik Willis got plugged in that Packers offense. They undefeated when Jordan Love was injured. Where Hurts, they haven't won a game since 2022, 0-4. So my question to y'all is Jalen Hurts actually underrated based off what you saw in that Commanders game?
No, y'all put up 33 points and y'all had the game.
Like, it had the game won.
Y'all act like he went out and y'all did nothing offensively, didn't score no more. Y'all put up 33 points, had the game in y'all hands, and y'all defense didn't get a stop to a rookie quarterback.
Then Smitty dropped it. Like
Smitty dropped the game. The ball on the money, 2 hands, dropped the game. He catch that, get down, game's over.
I don't know. I don't know.
I agree with that. I see, look, was Kenny Pickett great? Hell no. Was he terrible? Nah. He did enough. I'll agree with y'all. He did enough to win.
He came in and did a good.
Oh, you want to know?
You got Hurts in that game.
You want to know where the problem comes in, though? Here's where everybody else feels that you don't feel or you don't see. We always feel like Hurts does enough to win. Like he's never like, bro, he's not like out here like Lamar and Josh and Pat. You know what I'm saying? Like we always feel like Hurts does enough to win. Like, come on, bro.
Like Jalen Hurts does what Jalen Hurts does. We know what he is, bro. He got his pieces, he gonna be good. He don't got his pieces, he not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like when he show up, he does.
Like, do you think Jalen Hurts is a game changer? Like, that game manager, game changer conversation that Cam was having?
He is, because he makes things that people think is easy, but only a handful of quarterbacks in this league can do what he does. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. And I see a guy in Jordan Love that he's labeled a game changer, this amazing, elite, top-tier quarterback, but his team doesn't skip a beat without him.
Who labeled him that, though?
Maybe it's not Joe, but I've seen it.
I don't think nobody's I think people look at Jordan Love. He's a nice young quarterback.
They have said, like, oh, it's him.
I mean, after what he went to Dallas and did, everybody thought he was about to be what Jaden Daniels is this year, and he's not. He's a level below that. But the Packers are doing really well this season, whatever. But for the Eagles standpoint, Jalen Hurts is what Jalen Hurts is. What the Eagles did on Sunday without him was expected. Y'all have a decent backup quarterback. Like Kenny Pickett ain't just no terrible bum that need to be on the couch. He's a decent backup quarterback to have on your roster. He came in with the weapons provided and had the game won. Kenny Pickett did everything he needed to do in that game to win the football game a couple times.
That's true. But so you got Hurts in that jump, it's a blowout.
I don't think so.
Five turnovers.
I don't think so.
Five turnovers.
Defense.
I don't think
five turnovers. The
defense
gave up. They had 5 turnovers.
But Miles,
5 turnovers.
But Miles, Hurts don't play defense. You already, bro.
I just said the defense already put up 5 turnovers.
Points. You think he about to go up there and put out 60?
Like he was gonna put up 40 points at least. At least. The Eagles offense put up 6 points off 4 turnovers. Off 4 turnovers, 6 points.
Miles, but you saying it's like a guarantee y'all was gonna score because of the
It was a guarantee. We just seen this man do this throughout the whole season.
Miles, that wasn't a guarantee y'all was gonna score.
That's a guarantee. You don't think that this team, if you give Jalen Hurts 4 more opportunities to score the ball, to score in the end zone, he's not gonna do that?
If Jalen Hurts was in the game, like, that's not a guarantee that they was going to score. Like, y'all was going to score. Y'all could have settled for field goals on them drives, too. Don't act like we ain't seen Jalen Hurts do that before.
Miles. He didn't do that against Ravens team when he scored 2 touchdowns when it actually mattered, and Lamar Jackson had that bogus stat pad in that last drive. What are we talking about?
Miles, y'all ain't put up a 40 ball all season. Y'all ain't put up a 40 ball all season, and now Jalen Hurts was in the game.
Well, the defense ain't had 5 turnovers.
Miles, this is what I'm saying,
bro. We're not saying Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback, bro. Relax, bro. Calm your veins in your head. Relax, Mega Mind. It's okay.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Relax, son. Jalen Hurts is he's a really good quarterback. I like Jalen Hurts, bro. But Jalen Hurts is what Jalen Hurts is. Kenny Pickett is what he was. Y'all offense put up 33 points. One of y'all highest scoring totals all season without him. Y'all are what y'all are. It's not necessarily because of Jalen.
What you mean he's the most important piece on the offense. He was the important piece on the offense.
So why did Kenny Pickett put up 33 points?
He not put up 33 points. He put up 7 points with AJ Brown cooking. If you watch the actual game, it was AJ Brown making superhero plays against Marshawn Lattimore, and actually they had one drive.
How does the ball get there?
The whole game plan for Kenny Pickett.
Though? How did he get the ball? How did AJ Brown get the ball?
Because it was like he's gonna throw the ball in the vicinity of AJ Brown way, and this man Marshawn Lattimore couldn't hold his jock strap, and this man got like 3 straight penalties for like 60 something yards.
Wow. So if Jalen Hurts throwing the ball, would it be the same thing that he just making these crazy miraculous plays if Jalen Hurts just threw it in the vicinity?
Listen,
it would have been a more balanced offense because we saw how it was way different. We saw how it was way different with Saquon Barkley. This man finished with 150 rushing yards. It looked good.
Right now, son.
It looked good. It looked good. But you're not about to tell me that Saquon Barkley doesn't benefit from Jalen Hurts' running ability. Hurts is the most important piece on this offense.
I know y'all doing this show.
Saquon is the most important piece of your offense.
I know y'all doing the show. I ain't gonna keep y'all long. I appreciate y'all having me here, but no way in heck I'm hearing what I'm hearing right now. So let's bring it back. So we got the game going on. You see what happened in the first quarter, right? 100 yards already from the running back, 40 yards running from the quarterback. Only attempted 4 passes at that moment. Cool. But to sit there and say that just because our quarterback go down and our defense, and I'll give you that, the defense should have made some plays, but you can't tell me that 5 turnovers in a game, short fields, and your backup quarterback can't give you 1 touchdown. One touchdown, one touchdown, and then you talking about we scored 33 points. Yeah, all field goals.
But listen,
do you win games with field goals? But go ahead. Go ahead.
You can.
We saying though?
No, I'm not trying to hear that. No,
I'm just saying though. You just said the Commanders had 6 turnovers. So
no. Eagles had 5 turnovers.
I'm just saying though, the Eagles played good enough football to win that game. Did they not?
Now, in the aspect of just that isolated game, if you want to say the Smitty situation, absolutely catch the ball. 9 times out of 10, he catch that ball. We understand that the isolated situation that if you catch that ball, the game was over. But to sit there,
killed Saquon earlier in the year,
huh?
He killed Saquon earlier in the year for not catching the ball. That
and we kill Smitty about it. We don't. It ain't no favorites over here. If you drop a pass, that's on you. But at the same token, though, to sit there and Kenny Pickett, he didn't kill us. But he damn sure didn't help us neither, though. You don't get short fields that many times and you don't go away with 1 touchdown. If you score 1 touchdown, the chances of winning the game, it doesn't even go to that point where you're sitting there talking about you hope AJ Brown, you help over DeMonte Smith catch that ball. And then even think about the time we even got into the red zone. And we needed 3 pass interference calls just to even get down the field, just to even get into the red zone. So our offense wasn't out there. Our offense wasn't out there just doing whatever they wanted just because we got all these players. Saquon Barkley had 47 yards rushing in the second half after the first quarter.
After that first quarter.
Like, come on, what we talking about here? And then, yes, he made some okay throws. I understand that. I'm not sitting there bagging on.
Listen, we're not saying Kenny Pickett. We're not saying Kenny Pickett is like Jalen Hurts, bro. I'm not saying that.
No, but y'all
what I am saying is,
sitting here saying that the offense still was moving, the offense still was scoring. No,
that's not even what we said. We said y'all did enough to win the game. We said y'all did enough to win the game.
My man said that the offense still scored points. They didn't score.
It's not like you may say that.
They didn't score a point, bro. Not one.
The Eagles scored 33 points, which is enough to win the game.
Not to mention, in the context, if context matters, y'all literally haven't put up a 40 ball yet this season.
Well, I didn't say 40. I'm not going to say until about 40, but to sit there and act like,
wait. Just doing simple math.
I think it'd be 40. I think it would be 40. But
wait. Just doing simple math. If you score 1 more touchdown from 33, it's 40.
I
haven't put up a 40 ball all season.
That's the second highest point total y'all have had all season. That was enough to win the game.
This is why I say the 40 situation wasn't in my brain. Is because I know how we play. Did we not watch the game last week against Pittsburgh?
I agree with that.
Come on,
I agree with that.
We talking about they had 2 possessions in the second half. 2 in the second half, bro. Come on, so we gonna milk the clock. That's why I'm saying 40 probably wouldn't have been it. But having Jalen Hurts out there, we talking about extended drives, and on top of extended drives, actually being able to score points. I'm not saying every turnover, every possession we would have scored a touchdown on, but to sit here and say, back to Miles' point, to be able to just plug any old quarterback in and the team is just still going to.
Nobody's saying that though. Nobody's saying plug any old quarterback in and y'all gonna be. Nobody's saying plug any old quarterback in. What we saying is this week, enough was done to have won that game. There was a lot of things. There was a lot of things that happened outside of the quarterback's hands that wasn't Kenny Pickett's fault as to why y'all lost the game.
It's more, yeah.
And so, but what we saying is like, that's all we saying.
It's more like boom, like no, we get that. Like we all agree, like. Was Kenny Pickett a superstar? Hell no. Was he a bum? He wasn't no bum. He did enough to win that game because if Smitty catch that ball, we win. But the thing, the Eagles win. But the thing is, though, what me and AB saying is that the Eagles wouldn't have been in that situation for it to even be a Smitty drop if Hurts was in the game. And people have to really recognize how important Jalen Hurts is to this offense, because Saquon Barkley is an all-time great talent, one of the best running backs of this generation. But let's not act like Jalen Hurts' running ability doesn't open lanes for Saquon Barkley to dang near about to break Eric Dickerson's rushing record right now. That's me trying to say.
I'm saying, though, he still had 152 tugs, bro. Like,
bro, no, that's way different.
The whole
That's
game,
skewed.
I'm just listen, bro. Over the whole game, he still had 150.
That's skewed, though. That's skewed,
he got over half of that in the first quarter.
With Jalen Hurts or without Jalen Hurts in the game. Without him, y'all did enough to win the game. With Jalen Hurts, that game could have been completely different. Jalen Hurts could have finished that game and played terrible.
Whatever that's shown us, he's gonna do that. Whatever that's shown us, that's gonna happen. Like, I still get like it's no.
But we also not sure that he gonna kill. We also not sure that he gonna kill. He could have did either or, is what I'm saying.
So after the first quarter that they had, they was just going to
I'm just saying, after the first quarter, Jalen Hurts didn't do nothing special in the first quarter to where it was like, oh, he about to take off.
He had 3 rushes for 41 rushing yards in the first quarter. He was on pace for 160 rushing yards.
He had 3 rushes. Miles, he had 3 rushes for 41 yards and he was 1 for 4. Is that is that crazy numbers? Is that anything crazy?
To start a game, yes. When you talking about your quarterback ran 4 times for 41, people don't run for 40 yards in a game. And you talking about 40? He had 40 in the first. Bro, how many quarterbacks run for 40 yards in the first quarter? Outside of Lamar Jackson.
I can name 3. And one of them I don't even like.
Who that?
Bro,
Lamar.
No, I said outside of Lamar. I give you Lamar.
Lamar, Josh, Daddy.
Come on, bro.
I can name 3. Come on, bro. Like some of them.
Come on, bro. You got context, man. And I love the discussion, absolutely. And I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. But again, context matters. I understand what you guys are saying. They did enough to win. You know, the quarterback didn't kill them. The team is still a good team, but people really do have to recognize, and that's my biggest argument or discussion point, is that to recognize that Jalen Hurts is more important. Because you got to even think about this discussion that was early on in the season. They was calling Jalen Hurts the passenger on the bus. They was calling Jalen Hurts the person that was being led by A.J. Brown, being led by Saquon Barkley. And now you're in a situation where it's like, okay, guys, do something. You know what I'm saying? And it couldn't. I'm not saying that.
Can we like hold the fact that, like, bro, if you don't game plan for Kenny Pickett to be your quarterback, it throws everything off. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like Cooper Rush is the greatest thing in the world, but like Cooper Rush first game and second game, until he hit a rhythm, like this offense looked like dogwood until he hit a rhythm. So what I'm not going to allow for to happen is like act like, bro, if there was an extended period of time where Jalen Hurts was out of was not playing, that y'all couldn't find some type of rhythm without him.
Now that
with all the talent that y'all have on that team, if there was an extended period of time that Jalen Hurts was out and y'all couldn't find something to do with that, like I don't think that's not proving that Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. That's proving that y'all's coaches are really bad.
No.
With all that talent, if you couldn't find something for Jalen, if you couldn't find something without Jalen Hurts on the field to do,
my thing is, Cole, they did find enough to win the game. They found enough. Their players throwed up with having to throw Kenny Pickett in there off script. With not having the rhythm on board, they showed up.
Bro, they didn't score a touchdown. They didn't score a touchdown.
But did you do enough to win the game? You had enough to win the game offensively and special teams to score points, where you score points, most of your points from. You did enough to win the game.
2 things. To your point with the game planning, absolutely. He's an NFL quarterback. More time, more practice reps. Absolutely, I believe he can go out there and be serviceable. He can go out there and be a quarterback with this team. Absolutely, with the talent on the team. I don't believe he's on the level of Jalen Hurts as far as, winning anything of significance, Super Bowl, playoff games, all that stuff like that. I'm not a Kenny Pickett guy. But to your point, what did you just say? I just want to make sure. What did you just say to me?
I said without the game planning,
Right.
the supporting cast that
Right.
Jalen Hurts gets carried by a lot of the times, not all
Carried is crazy, but go
a
ahead.
lot of times, they did enough to win the football game.
Again, agree. They did enough to win the football game, but did you see how they defend us with Kenny Pickett versus
Yeah, but
Jalen Hurts?
that's every starting quarterback that gets subbed out.
No. But it might be different, but it's easier as well too. Look, as a defender, if you're sitting there talking about Kenny Pickett is back there versus Jalen Hurts is back there, are you accounting for Kenny Pickett?
That's
Really?
every quarterback though.
No.
If you take out Lamar, if you take out Patty, if you take out Josh, if you take out Burrow, if you take out any of the guys of that caliber and you put their backup in,
Thank you. There you go. Then you just said it. You just said it. You just said it. You just said it. There we go. That's what I'm getting.
What I'm saying is, offensively, y'all did enough. Defensively, y'all game plan for Jalen Daniels. Y'all game plan for Jaden Daniels.
It wasn't the best game defensively. It wasn't the best game.
Y'all game planned for that. There was no scripted defensively of why y'all couldn't get a stop after y'all offense put up 33 points, which is the second highest point total that y'all put up all season.
But this goes back to my argument.
My
bad. I'm gonna be out here. And this is my last point. And to that point, absolutely, you right. We game plan for them, but football is what? Complementary. Both sides complement each other. We just stated earlier, if we get 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, field goal, that matters when your defense is right back on the field, right? But we got a turnover and punted the ball right back to them. Literally got a turnover and punted the ball right back to him. Your defense is back out of the field.
I'm saying though, y'all was up 21-7.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. We'll do this again.
For sure, bro. Hey, it's Eagles Cowboys week, so might do some trolling. Appreciate you, bro.
Y'all was up 21-7, bro. Y'all was up 21-7 and lost 36-33.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not Kenny Pickett. It's not none of the weapons. Y'all was up 21-7 and lost 36-33. And Kenny Pickett did what a backup quarterback's supposed to do. Come in, be solid, don't kill y'all. But he's not about to do nothing crazy. He has decent drives to get points on the board. Not necessarily 7, but he got points on the board to win the game, which you score a field goal, you get 3 points, they got to kick it off. It's not that they was getting crazy field possession. And then y'all just
like my last point.
What y'all are missing that me and P is saying is like we not saying that if Jalen Hurts was in the game, like this game wouldn't have continued to go the way that it went. Fact. What I am saying is y'all had done enough to win the game. So in the context of your question, like what was the original question? In the context of it, like you was like,
is Hurts underrated?
Yeah, like it's like I think we know exactly who Hurts is though. I don't think he's underrated or. Huh?
I think y'all do, but we're more speaking to like it's really folks like really saying like,
and I think that's the difference.
Anybody like anybody,
I can get with that.
I mean, he in the beginning of the season was saying that
there's a lot of Jalen Hurts disrespect. There's a lot of Jalen Hurts disrespect.
But we know what he is though, bro.
We know we not disrespecting him. We giving him exactly what he gives us, what we see. When I look up at the TV and I watch him play, I know exactly. I know exactly what it is. There is a lot of Jalen Hurts disrespect. We not arguing with that point, but we also not the ones disrespecting him. We just calling spades a spade. Like, right? He's not. Yeah,
he's a really good, almost great quarterback that does really good with all his weapons. And when he doesn't have one, he's not that type of guy that can just alter that, and it's like it don't matter. But when he got it in place, it's a problem. But when something's off, we all can see something off.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair assessment. Like, I have more affinity towards it, so I'll say that he's elite. But like, other than that, I mean, like, there's only 3 quarterbacks in this league that you give them whatever.
4.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. You give them whatever, they're going to get to the playoffs. No Joe Burrow. No Joe Burrow. because he came not even in the playoffs right now, and he's always had Jamar Chase
right now.
It's only those 3 quarterbacks.
Hold on. Because as your point earlier, Joe Burrow is doing his job. They defense is why they not winning games. We talk about complimentary. They defense is the worst defense in the NFL.
But you were just talking about how Lamar Jackson defense trash.
No, I said at that point in the season, our defense was trash. At that point in the season, we sucked. Now we're a middle of the pack defense.
I seen
Joe Burrow's defense is awful. It is awful. Bro's putting up almost 40 a Sunday. They putting up points and they can't get a stop to say they gave the Steelers 44 points. The Steelers ain't scored close to 44 points all year. They defense why they lose. So Joe Burrow do his job way better than most.
But you can even say the defense, but like he hasn't done anything without Jamar Chase. Like those 3 quarterbacks, Mahomes, Allen, Jackson. It don't matter who they with, they get into the playoffs. Like that's just they just get into the playoffs.
True, man. Burrow before he got hurt, before Jamar Chase got there, was having a good he was balling. Then his knee before Chase got there. Joe Burrow was cooking. Then he got hurt. Then they got Chase. He was cooking before Chase got there. With just T. Higgins. Let's not act like that didn't happen.
It's interesting. We going ooh.
Come on, bro. Call space, bro. Joe Burrow one of them boys, bro. Stop playing with his name like that, bro. Joe Burrow. I don't even
like how you like Joe Burrow but not Allen. Like I just don't get it. Like
Joe Burrow's better than Josh Allen, bro. Joe Burrow's better than Josh Allen.
Comment. That'll be a next, John. I gotta get my sister some gifts. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, treat little sis right, man.
What y'all guys say before we log off?
Hey, bro, Lamar Jackson MVP. It's clear as day. If he don't win it, give it to Saquon. I hope the Cowboys figure it out because I do want to see them have some success. And Philly, don't blow it, bro. I want to see y'all in New Orleans, man.
I would love to see y'all back.
Because we probably won't be back live till February. Mess around with you, bro.
Yeah. Like it's ridiculous out here.
Next week. Really Sunday.
Cool. Hey man, just say
I was in the link. What you got, Coop?
I ain't got nothing, bro. Watch Syracuse beat Washington State, bro. That's it.
Kyle McCord, shout out St. Joe's Prep. Shout out Philly, man.
Safe travel to San Diego, Cole.
Appreciate it, brother.
No cap. All right, y'all. Triple Threat. Like, comment, subscribe. Show love to P. Show love to Code. Link in the Instagrams in the description. We out, y'all.